What would you say you do here? Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. Guys, we have the new cat kit. How many guys? How many? First off, how many jokes have you guys heard? Saying Kit Kat, riffing off of the Kit Kat bar thing. I'm excited though. This is a great kit. We don't, most kits that we get, we don't even know how it's going to work because the interactions are too complex, and there's a little bit of that here, but also because we don't know how hard a character is going to hit, how they're just going to operate alongside people. Like, a lot of the kit here is actually a little bit self-evident. She unlocks at 7 stars, which will be fine. I'm kind of disappointed. I wanted to be able to start working on gearing her before she was available, but she's a character who will probably go up to relics immediately, probably be required for either Maul or Master Kenobi, and I think it's going to be Maul. Honestly, guys, I know that maybe it's going to be Anakin. I realize that a lot of people who have watched the movies haven't watched the Clone Wars, but if you've watched the movies, you've also seen the Solo movie and know that Maul is alive. So, who knows? Who knows what they're gonna do? But I do think that it makes a lot of sense. She'll be used to unlock either one of them, though. Whichever one we get, emotionally compromised Anakin who kills kids, and then once he finally gets a real fight, can't actually do it. Like, that's whatever. He's not heroic. All other versions of him. Vader is a galactic, legend. And so are all the other versions of Anakin, except for the one where he turns traitor, kills kids, force chokes his wife, and then loses the one fight of any significance that he has. What's legendary about that? I just don't know. Anyways, we're missing the point, or we're beside the point. It does say that Jedi Master Kenobi is Galactic Republic, and it says Jedi. Now, we know that Rey is not a Jedi because the devs just said she'd be overpowered with Revan if she was actually a Jedi, and so it says Jedi Master Kenobi. They may do some kind of weird thing. I don't know, but in my opinion, they could easily just not give him the Jedi tag, but I think they will. I'm pretty sure they will, in fact, especially it has Jedi in the name. I mean, people will be pissed. It doesn't say Jedi Rey. It's Rey Jedi training, and then she apparently failed to make the cut. But anyways, guys, let's look at her kit real quick, and then I want to tell you guys teams that I think and why I think she's not gonna go with Jedi Master Kenobi. There is a really good reason for that. I am almost certain she's not going to be on his team, but that's going to be for a little bit later, guys. It is, in my opinion, it's almost conclusive evidence. Theory craft, of course, but that's what I think. So, all right, her basic, she deals damage twice, and she gains advantage, and she's a scoundrel. I love that she's a scoundrel, and she's got the unaligned force user thing. Unaligned force user, that's another point, by the way, in argument of getting a Robot Legs Maul for the next Galactic Legend, because he would be another unaligned force user. Okay, so anyways, she's gonna hit twice, she'll gain advantage. Woohoo. And all of our animations are pretty cool, actually. So the next one, Xian. So this one, she hands a buff to someone, and that's going to reduce the cooldowns for her bigger ability. Later, her big Annihilate ability. Spoiler alert for those of you who haven't read the kit yet, but why are you watching this if you haven't? So my question would be, because we don't have any evidence one way or another, is the buff that she's getting, is that going to be dispellable? Because otherwise it's just kind of worthless, frankly, especially in this scenario. It's like, okay, so she hands it to Yoda, which is great because he spreads foresight, they're going to evade, and then B2 just gets a couple turns and he immediately just dispels it, and okay, so she's just still on an 8-turn cooldown. That's pretty neat. My guess is that it's a locked buff, but who knows? I also thought Jedi training, or Master's training, was going to be a locked buff, and that totally wasn't. So, the thing that I like most about this, because we don't know about the actual stance, and how do you dispel a stance? Like, it just seems like you have to, but um, you're swapping turns. It's really cool. You're swapping turn meter. It's like Thrawn doing that, and you can do that with Padme under Padme lead. Padme normally has a restriction of you can't gain bonus turn meter, but this is a gaining bonus turn meter. This is just swapping turn meter. So I love that they showed Padme here, kind of an implication that it works with that team. And you can pull some shenanigans, like, and then it calls them to assist as well. So you call Padme to assist. If she has a bunch of stacks of courage, she can use those stacks, and then she takes a turn immediately and gives stacks again. And then Ahsoka, if they were close enough in turn meter, Ahsoka gets another turn. I guess I should start calling her Cat, because there's too many. We're going to be using Ahsoka with Padme a lot, and if we have Cat there too, we got to get used to it. So I love the bonus. I love the turn meter swap. That is huge, especially for the Padme team. And keep in mind, guys, you remember the Commander Luke team. They keep giving us little boosts to the Commander Luke team to keep it relevant. As it continues to fade out, then CG's like, no, here's a new character. Like, here's Chewpio, here's Chewie, here's 3PO. They keep giving that team a boost. So my guess is that maybe she's going to go on a Padme squad, actually. I think she could be the next big thing to keep the Padme squad relevant. I've been talking a lot about how Padme is less and less cool, so this could be a boost for them. The final one, Force Leap, it annihilates someone. It's like an ultimate. Everyone gains turn meter. Raid bosses, it only applies for Galactic Republic allies when they assist. And this is another thing. I think maybe she might go with Padme again. I don't know. Now, if you defeat the enemy target, every light side ally gains 35% turn meter. That doesn't apply to a Padme team, because you can't gain bonus turn meter under Padme lead. So that's a waste. But otherwise, raid bosses, it only calls Galactic Republic. Clearly, her focus is on Galactic Republic, despite being Scoundrel and Unaligned Force user. And then she gets a bunch of other random crap. There's something more about this that I'll talk about in a minute, but otherwise, her unique is the one that everyone's going to be arguing over. This one is huge, and which is what she said. And this is the thing that's really going to make her super versatile and make everyone argue till they're blue for like 3 months about what she's going to be able to do. So, all right, so she has 50% offense and crit damage. That's just inherent. She'll always have that. But if a light side unaligned force user, Galactic Republic, or Scoundrel ally is present, she also gains that health and defense and shares the bonuses with light side allies. So one thing to keep in mind, guys, for a little bit I was thinking maybe she'd be good with Supreme Leader Kylo, just to give him more offense. But then you have to realize that she only gives these bonuses to light side. So Supreme Leader Kylo may trigger the unaligned force user, and she may gain those bonuses for herself, but she's only going to share them with characters that are light side, so not Supreme Leader Kylo. And then this one is kind of, I don't know how much play it's going to get. Like, are we going to just be undersizing with her? Can we do that? I mean, clearly we can physically do that, but is that going to be the new cool thing? Like, Bad Batch right now is looking like they could be complete with just 4 members. Though the only thing they really kill is Grievous. I think they need someone else, but and other B-level teams. Nothing higher though. Anyways, I don't know. This will be an interesting thing to see how it plays out, because these are substantial buffs, but I just don't know. And it's only Galactic Republic or Scoundrel allies. There are a lot of different things. Like, one thing to point out, folks, is, okay, so if the LSU, let's get an acronym going. LSUFU, Lasufu. If another Lasufu, Galactic Republic, I can't keep it. That's the dumbest thing I ever said. And that's saying something. Lasufu. Crack it up here. Because I'm trying to be serious about it. Okay. let's give it another go. All right, so if another Lesufu, Galactic Republic, or Scoundrel ally is present, she'll gain the health and defense. But what if you only have one? What if you do take, like, Kylo Ren unmasked, and he's a tank, and he just dies for reasons? But he's the only one who actually meets the criteria of being a Lesufu, and is therefore able to, he's the only one who triggers this, so she suddenly loses the health and defense, I think, because it's just as if they're present. That's a conditional, so if they actually follow the way their verbiage is, this just goes away after a while. I don't know. Well, it's one of those in-game things to see if CG followed their own feelings or not, their own thoughts. So, all right. Real quick, guys, these are the developer thoughts. They give a lot of obvious things, such as she's going to be good in the territory battle. Duh. Let's see. The biggest thing here is there is no way for Force Leap, that's her execute ability, or whatever you want to call it, the one that she kills people instantly with, the annihilate, the disintegrate, whatever. No way for Force Leap to start off cooldown at the moment. What does that mean? It means we're going to get a character that modifies her Force Leap somehow. If Kenobi does that, I mean, she'll probably go with him. Even though I said that I have good conclusive evidence, I think, I mean, there's just, if he specifically does something to Force Leap with her, I mean, getting an annihilate off instantly seems really strong. So, otherwise, it has the list of all of the other Lesufus. Oh, hold on. Am I just... Wait. I think maybe I was being dumb here. Gosh, okay, so it's light side. I even made a joke about it. It's light side unaligned Force user, so she can't even get bonuses from KRU. That was erroneous. That was foolish. She can't get stuff from Supreme Leader Kylo. My apologies. So that was dumb. Dumb AF. But she could go with a dark side scoundrel and still gain it, it looks like. They just wouldn't gain the bonuses. Okay. Alright, so Lesufu. And now I guess we can just call this Ufu now, which sounds maybe even dumber. Gosh, they're gonna all remember this video because of the stupid things I say. I guess that's no different from any other video I make though. So anyways, I love the Fulcrum got the boost, or the tag. Visas Mar is still worthless though. Regardless, I wonder where Farm Boy Luke is, because Scavenger Ray uses the Force just about as effectively as Farm Boy Luke. I mean, he killed a Death Star. What did she do? Like, she beat up an already emotionally compromised and beat up Kylo. That's all she did. And she did a mind trick. Like, who cares? Like Luke did a mind trick on himself to feel sad when old Ben died, instead of feeling sad when his aunt and uncle who raised him died. And then somehow mind tricked Leia into comforting him despite the fact that she had just lost her entire planet, including her parents. Okay, so let's move on, guys. So there is that, and yeah, let's still look at teams for just a minute, and then I'll let you guys go. I think. Maybe I won't. Maybe we'll just be here in perpetuity. Okay. That went faster than I thought, which is also what she said. So we have, here's some teams that I think she's going to go well with. The most obvious, people are saying, throw her with Rey, and she's going to give Rey all that extra offense, all that extra health, and it's going to be obnoxious, and they're right. It is going to be obnoxious. Right now, Rey has this crippling thing where she's going to be advancing at the same rate other characters advance in terms of damage and stuff, but she won't be increasing her damage output by 5 times every time. So, like, her ultimate will eventually mathematically just become worthless once we get to like Relic 70, say. Her ultimate will just be laughable. Because, I'm saying 70, that's laughable, but, let's say we get to Relic 10 or something, and she's facing a team with relics similar to that. she's only gained 2 relics worth of offense, and she does her ultimate. It's spread among 5 characters. That's not going to do much at all, considering she's only gained 1 character's worth of offense. However, if she goes with Ahsoka and gets another 50% of her offense, I mean, so mine is modded for offense, but another 5,000 damage is going to kill people using Sith Eternal Emperor to kill to solo Rey teams right now. And if he has to eat the ult off of a Rey that's doing 17,000 damage, like, he's just gonna die. He's gonna melt away like he did in the movies. And so that's good. I mean, the other thing, of course, is her health. I think she'll be better if you just mod her for obscene health. Like, this isn't an extreme focus, but let's say she's at 200k health. She can get way more than that, but if she's at 200k, she'll gain another 100k. On top of that, then you put crit damage or crit avoid arrow on her, and she gets really tough, especially with Holdo. This team is probably... it's a front runner. My buddy Solo says sounds annoyed by it, but we just have to be realistic, guys. I think this team is actually going to be a decent one for her. Okay, now for my evidence, guys, that I don't think she's going to go with KENOBI, and here's why. It's not because she won't go well with KENOBI himself. I'm sure that Master KENOBI will be fine, just like Ayla. Hello there. And he'll be fine. Ki-Adi-Mundi, though, guys. Ki-Adi-Mundi has been salivating for... That's such an awkward word to use sometimes, isn't it? He has his Zeta, guys. Is this the one? The Jedi Council? Yeah, okay. So Galactic Republic Jedi allies gain all this stuff. Galactic Republic Jedi gain all this stuff. This is all from his Zeta. And here's the thing, guys. She's not a Jedi. She's no Jedi. Like, she's made it very clear that she's not a Jedi. And you have to have all Galactic Republic Jedi to actually make this work, I believe. Yeah, if all allies are Galactic Republic Jedi, and she's just not. Unless KENOBI can give her an ability that, like, makes her an honorary Jedi or something, this isn't gonna work. She's not gonna be on that team, because Ki-Adi-Mundi is designed to go with the Master KENOBI team. Now, I don't know if Ayla or Barriss are going to be on there as well. I just threw in some random other Galactic Republic Jedi. Let's see, could we do another acronym pronunciation? GRJ. Gurge. Gosh, that's a pretty good one. Makes me want to regurgitate. All right, let's move on. I don't think she's going to go with Master KENOBI, though, guys. I don't think it's going to happen. Now, she could go with Beskar. Beskar is... they're all scoundrels. And he is at 10,000 health, 10k health ideally. Mine is at like 10.5. Another 5k on top of 20 whistling birds is going to myrtlate things really hard. Like really, really hard. L3 with her is going to dispel all debuffs, etc. Like, this team has legs, in my opinion. That could be really good. The Mandalorian team could also be really good. This is wishful thinking again, but think of Armorer handing the 3 Beskar ingots to Ahsoka, or Kat, and Kat hitting back 2 times every time someone hits her. Like, it could be good. There's also scoundrels on the team, including the Armorer and Canderous. And think of Canderous, man. He's got a ton of offense, and she boosts that by another 50%. It's actually insane. Oh, but he's dark side, so he won't actually get it. So, okay, I think that team is officially just crap. Okay, well, that's disappointing. But, okay, so here's another one. There's the Commander Luke team. Just take Chupia out, put him with Mothra, because Mon Mothma could put him to good use. Very intriguing use, in fact, because he does full damage every time he assists. But, otherwise... this meets all 3 criteria. So we have the Lusufu with Commander Luke. We have Scoundrel, and Galactic Republic. So they'll all benefit from it. And 3PO really boosts her up a little bit. Like, this could be a really good squad. I'm not sold that this is what's going to happen, but I mean, it could. It certainly could. This team, think of Han with plus 50% offense, and he hits first. nuts. It is just insane, actually. And then she hands the turn to him again when he, like, you could get to some really crazy numbers really fast with this team. All right, I might have just gave away my final thought here, but we have Padme as well. Padme is going to go, I mean, this team could be really good. You remember how Jedi Knight Anakin used to have an AoE that we were all terrified of, and then slowly, I'm just not afraid of it anymore. I mean, like, yeah, he does some good damage, for sure. Like, he'll kill you if you let him, but it's not that terrifying anymore. If you have your other guys boosted up, he's going to be terrifying again if this happens. And you can swap turn meter with people, so, like, her going with Padme swapping turn meter is going to be crazy. And little Ahsoka is going to be assisting all the time and dispelling things. I think this team really has legs. This is in my opinion, this is the front runner for the team she ends up on, actually. I think Padme might be the team. Finally, though, guys, just to reiterate, I do think we're gonna, I hope we get Robot Leg Maul. She's got synergies with smugglers, or with scoundrels, etc. He will probably have the scoundrel tag. He will also he'll be a Disufu. He won't be a Lesufu, he'll be a Disufu, but I think the fact that we get these tags, I think he needs a significant tag, because otherwise he'll just be like a scoundrel randomly, and that's it. I think, and he can't really be Mando. Maybe he can. I don't know. He's going to be lacking a tag, and I think that maybe he's going to, because he's always trying to recruit Ezra and stuff. My guess is that's what he's going to be, but who knows? Who knows? But this video's gone long enough, guys. I'm going to let you go. Let me know what you think in the comments. Should be a really interesting add to the game. Really looking forward to it. So, yeah. Guys, thank you all so much for watching. And remember that in all things, Zareth prevails.